Good morning. Good morning, students. Uh, See here, plant tissue culture and their techniques. See here, today's topic is plant tissue culture and their techniques. Definition of plant tissue culture. What is plant tissue culture? Actually, plant tissue culture is the technique of growing plant in vitro artificially on artificial medium. In what we do in tissue culture, we grow plants artificially on a natural media, artificial media in vitro inside the laboratory. There is question, if a plant can grow naturally, they are growing naturally itself, then why there is need to grow plant artificially in vitro by providing artificial media? It is very costly. The reason behind that is, yes, plant can naturally grow and they are growing naturally, but there are certain plants which do not produce seeds, and at the time of sowing or at the time of their season, such a demand of such a plant is huge, and farmers don't have skill to produce their plantlets. Example is banana. Banana do not produce a seed. For the production of plantlets of banana, tissue culture is the important technique. By using tissue culture, we can produce many plantlets of many plantlets of banana, and we made it available for farmers at the time of sowing. They get a ready-made banana plant, okay, to solve this problem. Another reason why we are growing artificially plants in vitro by providing artificial media is that there are certain plants, for those there is limit. They cannot grow in any season. Seasonal barrier is there. Suppose certain plant are grows in kharif only, or some plants are grow only in special climatic zone, or some plants may require a special soil. Example is rice require muddy soil with high moisture content it requires. So that crop cannot grow, we cannot grow in the soil, black soil, okay. To grow such a plantlets, tissue culture techniques helps to multiply or to grow that plants in vitro. Because by using tissue culture, we avoid by using tissue culture uh, we can avoid seasonal barrier. Means, for growing plants in vitro via tissue culture technique, there is no need of season. We can grow any plant at any season. Means, there is no limit. We can grow any plant from any climatic zone, okay. We can grow any plant which require any type of soil. There is no limitation of season, climatic zone and soil. Whatever the plant we want to grow, we can grow it in laboratory in vitro by applying tissue culture technique. So what is tissue culture? It is the art technique of growing plant cells, tissue, organs, seeds or other plant parts in a sterile environment or on a nutrient medium. See, move towards the next slide. That is history. The idea of the totipotency of plant cell was given by Herbert Land in 1902. The Herbert Land was the scientist who gave the idea of totipotency of the plant. What is totipotency? Totipotency is the special ability of plant cell to regenerate whole plant from a single cell, okay. And this idea was given by the scientist Herbert Land in 1902. And after that, in 1937, White first time established successful root culture of tomato. White was the scientist who successfully established the root culture of tomato in 1937. In 1948, Vanover Break used coconut milk for growth and development of young datura embryos. He is a scientist who used coconut milk to grow the young datura embryos. Another scientist is there, Skoog and Miller, demonstrated the role of auxin and cytokinin on root and shoot formation in tobacco tissue in 1957. Okay, in 1968, Murashig and Skoog introduced the medium of tobacco culture. These are the two scientists who introduced the media. Media means that media contain all the necessary ingredients which are required to grow any plant artificially in vitro. That media, Murashig and Skoog were the two scientists who first time introduced the medium for the tobacco culture in 1962. After that, in 1987, isolation of Bt gene from bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis was done. Isolation of Bt gene. Bt gene actually is the Bacillus thuringiensis. Bt stands for Bacillus thuringiensis. It is the gene, and Bacillus thuringiensis is the bacteria. Let's see the fundamentals. Fundamental principles of plant tissue culture. Plant tissue culture depends upon two properties, that is totipotency and plasticity. Totipotency is the ability of plant cells to regenerate into a whole plant cells. Means the plant cells are the only cells which has ability to regenerate whole plant cells. If you take a single cell of plant or any part of plant, that has ability to regenerate into a whole plant. Okay, means we can produce a whole plant, complete plant, by taking a single part of the plant, and that part is known as a explant. Okay, another property is that plasticity. Plasticity means another property the plant cell possesses, that it is the ability of plants to their metabolism, to alter their metabolism, growth and development to best suit their environment. Plasticity is the ability of plants to alter their metabolism. Plant cells can alter their metabolism, also growth and development according to their environment. Okay, these two properties are important, or these are the principle behind the plant tissue culture techniques. Let's see explant. What is explant? Explant is the any part of the plant cell which is obtained for the tissue culture. Explant may be a leaf, may be root, may be stem. Any part of the plant which is taken for plant tissue culture experiment is known as the explant. Okay, let's see next slide. Let's move toward the next slide, that is selection of explant. Selection of explant. Explant is depend on the scientist who is going to perform the tissue culture experiment, which explant is new, and the explant selection is vary from plant to plant. Suppose we want to grow banana in vitro, then for banana we take suckers of that banana plants. Also we can take leaf. It is variable according to plant to plant. Okay, but any part we can take for the tissue culture. Okay, it is the depend on the scientist which is going to perform tissue culture experiment, which part he wants to use as a explant in his experiment. Complete his choice to choose the explant. Okay, after that sterilization. Sterilization means making of microbes free environment. Okay, whatever the experiment we are doing in vitro, everything is going inside the laboratory. Tissue culture is the technique in which we are growing plants inside the laboratory, means on artificial medium. Okay, and when we grow any cells, living cells artificially, there is high risk of contamination. Contamination means unwanted microorganism or unwanted growth. Especially in tissue culture, fungal growth is a major problem, which cause main problem in tissue culture techniques, and we have to avoid the fungal contamination in our media, tissue culture media. For this, sterilization is must, and the culture, all the materials, example vessels, instruments, medium, plant material extra used in culture work must be free from microorganism. Whatever we are using for tissue culture or for growing plant in vitro, that must be free from microorganism, and to make them free for microorganism, sterilization is the technique. By using that technique we can make them microbes free. Okay, for media we can use autoclave. Okay, if you use MS media, for media sterilization we use autoclave, and different vessels, glassware sterilization we use 70% alcohol and detergent solution also. And for explant sterilization, disinfectant solution, hypochlorite solution, antibacterial solution is also used. 70% alcohol, it is also used. Even explant should be sterilized. If our explant is not sterilized or it has explant is not properly sterilized, then it will create contamination in our whole culture. Okay, here in this side you can see the sterilization technique. Sterilization is achieved by one of the following, by using one of the following techniques: dry heat treatment, flame sterilization, autoclaving, filter sterilization, wiping with 70% ethanol, surface sterilization. Okay, these are some techniques, sterilization techniques, which we use during the plant tissue culture technique. Okay, which I have mentioned earlier in this. To grow plant in vitro, we must have a media. We must provide the media. Media is the media contain all the necessary components which are required to grow plant in vitro. Okay, our media must have in our media all the necessary components should be there. And generally culture media composed of inorganic salts plus few organic nutrients, vitamins and plant hormones. Let's see here, major types of media is given there. White's medium is one of the earliest plant tissue culture media. White's media, actually White was the scientist, on his name that media is, who was the first scientist who introduced that media, hence the name is given that White's medium is one of the earliest plant tissue culture media. After that, MS media. MS stands for Murashig and Skoog. They both are the scientists. Formulated by the Murashig and Skoog, is most widely used for many types of culture media. D5 medium, development of D5 medium is developed by the Gamborg for the cell suspension and callus culture, and at present it's modified from the used for protoplast culture. N6 medium, formulated by Chu and used for cereal anther culture. NIST medium, developed by NIST and used for anther culture. So here is the list of some media which we can use for tissue culture for different purpose. Generally MS media is most widely used. It means these media contains all the necessary components which are required to grow any plant in vitro, means they fulfill all the necessary. Let's see here, steps in plant tissue culture. What are the different steps involved in the plant tissue culture? The first and important step is that selection of plant. Selection of plant is the choice of that scientist which are going to perform the experiment. It is your choice which plant you want to grow in vitro. That is depend on you. You can choose any plant. Okay, or if you are growing commercially, then as per market need you can grow and cultivate any plant, okay, who has a market value. Okay, after that next step is isolation of explant. Isolation of explant, it is the simply selection of explant. We know that we can take any part of the plant as a explant. Okay, it is depend on your choice which is suitable to take as a explant. We can take leaf, stem, root, suckers, etc as a explant. It is the choice of that scientist who is going to perform the plant tissue culture experiment. After that, sterilization. It is the one of the important step in the tissue culture, sterilization of explant. Our explant must be sterilized. If explant is not properly sterilized, then what happen? It will contaminate your whole culture. Whole culture will contaminate, and most probably the fungal contamination is occur in tissue culture technique. And we use bivestin. Bivestin is the chemical we use to avoid the fungal contamination. Means explant should be sterilized. Okay, for the sterilization of explant, various chemicals, antibacterial chemicals, hypochlorite solution, disinfectant solution we can use to sterilize. Our first step, simply we first washed it out by the tap water. After the washing with the tap water, we washed with the 0.5% sodium hypochlorite solution, and after hypochlorite treatment we again washed it with the water. So sterilization of explant. Our explant must be sterilized, otherwise it will create contamination in your whole culture. Next step is inoculation of explant. Okay, our explant must be inoculant, be on successful inoculation of explant. Okay, at the time of inoculation, a sterile, we should do this experiment in a sterile condition. inside the laminar airflow. Okay, means air also contain microorganism, that microbes may contaminate your explant. Okay, whole procedure should be done inside the laminar airflow so that we can avoid contamination. Okay, inoculation of explant should be proper. Next step is the incubation. What inoculated explant is incubated, and in that incubation room we have in that incubation room the light and dark conditions should be there, which provide light and darkness, because light and darkness naturally they get light from because photosynthesis light is necessary, and if plant is growing naturally they acquire light from the sun. Sun is the ultimate source of light, but in vitro we need to provide a lamp for the light. Okay, initiation. After that incubation, initiation of callus is there. Callus means unorganized mass of cell. Okay, it is the unorganized mass of cell that that will occur the first. After that subculturing is there, where we have to take some cells of from callus, and that is subculture on the different media. In that media we need to provide different growth hormones, root generation and shoot generating growth hormones we are providing there. After that regeneration will start, and after regeneration that plant is subject to the hardening in greenhouse. Hardening for that, because that plants are just taken out from the laboratory and they are kept inside the greenhouse, and they are not ready to expose directly to the sun, so that we need to keep them in the greenhouse for few days. So after that hardening, the plantlets are ready to grow in open field. Okay, this is what these are the steps which are involved in the plant tissue culture techniques. See here the different types of plant tissue culture. Seed culture, we can grow plant by seed culture, by meristem culture, protoplast culture, organ culture, pollen culture, callus culture, cell culture, embryo culture. These are the various types of plant tissue culture. Meristem culture is specially used for making the virus free plants, because meristem is highly covered with the many layers of stem. So this technique is used to make the virus free plants, and most widely used and famous technique of plant tissue culture. These are the different techniques of tissue culture. See here different factors also affect on tissue culture efficiency. Plant regeneration from tissue culture varies with the following different parameters: plant species, genotype within the species, sources of the cultural tissue, age and health of the donor plant, nutrient medium, and other factors. These are some factors which affect the tissue culture technique. Okay, genotypes and tissue. Also media is also affects. If our media do not contain necessary ingredients which are required to grow plant, then it will affect the efficiency of the tissue culture technique. Therefore our media must have all the necessary micro elements or necessary ingredients which are required, or which are plants get naturally through the soil. But here soil is not there, therefore we need to provide all the necessary ingredients through our nutrient medium, and that medium should be properly sterilized. Also the donor plant whose explant we are taking, that is also healthy. The explant should be healthy, and genotype should be strong. These are some factors which can affect the tissue culture. Let's see here some of the application of plant tissue culture given here. The first application is the commercial production of plants used as a potting, landscape and florist subject. Okay, we can do tissue culture for this purpose. Another application of tissue culture is to conserve rare or endangered plant species. Okay, those plant species which are rare and endangered plant species, we can grow them in vitro and we can multiply them. Okay, another application is that to screen cells rather than plants for advantageous characters. Example, herbicide resistance, tolerance. We can grow herbicide resistance or tolerance through the plant tissue culture medium. Also, large scale growth of plant cells in liquid culture in bioreactor for production of valuable compounds like plant derived secondary metabolites and recombinant proteins used as a biopharmaceuticals. These are some applications. Another, to cross distantly related by protoplast fusion and regeneration of the novel hybrid. Another, to produce the clean plant material from stock infected by viruses or other pathogens. Production of identical sterile hybrid species can be obtained. Let's see here difference in plant tissue culture and animal culture. Okay, plant tissue culture grow on at a specific temperature, that is normal temperature for human is 37 degrees Celsius. Carbon dioxide is also required for plant tissue culture. It needed proper change in media, otherwise cell will not grow properly. Animal cells needed protein and hormones for proper development. These. Okay, thank you. This is all about the plant tissue culture and their techniques. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay.